Hi, folks. I hope everyone's having a great week. I thought for this week, what we might do is do a little bit of a step back and really think about and come back to everything that we've been putting together for our lesson planning. And so as a result, we have two sections that we're going to do for this particular week, two things we're going to focus on. One of them is around the idea of universal design for learning. We're going to come back. So this time we're going to be continuing to think about UDL, but this time with an eye on differentiation. So as we think about and dive into the work that we're doing and wrapping up our lessons as we're getting ready to teach, I want us to think about what are the barriers that exist for our students and what are the things that we can build into place to help support those. So when I think about that, I think that that connects directly to the context for learning document, right? Who are our students and what are the things we need to think about? So let's think about that. Let's kind of step back a little bit and think about UDL and how that connects to differentiation. As you remember, there's a whole section in the lesson planning templates around differentiation. So use this time to kind of think about that section in the lesson plan template. And then the other thing as a way to kind of step back is that I want us to really dive into standards a little bit. And so I know that we've talked about, having some time to dive into standards. I think now is a good time because that's going to allow us to really look back at what are our objectives? Do they connect to the standards? And are there any things that we need to tweak connected to that? So we're going to look at the Colorado academic standards and then the national standards, depending on if you're math or science. Some of us don't end up connecting to either of those. So I've added some other. I've connected it to WIDA. I've connected it to the social justice standards. You can add whatever ones that you're doing as well. I'm not going to be picky on that. But I want you to spend a little bit of time looking at some standards. I have some activities in here where we're going to look at the standards that we have and how they connect to what you're doing in your placement. What are some things that you've done with standards? And then we have a quick kind of making connection section where you're going to pick out a video from the teaching channel and look at the standards and kind of connect a little bit to that. And then lastly, I want you to think about how this all connects to your lesson plans that you're going to be teaching. So that's our plan for this week. So we have some slides throughout, and there's going to be some sections where I tell you, what we should be thinking about and adding to Slack. So just to let you know, that's what we're up to today. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I look forward to seeing what y'all come up with. Thanks.